Okay, everybody, this is Sports Inquirer, and we're joined. What was our preview of Georgia State volleyball? We're joined by Coach Terry Hutchinson, along with Ryan and Coco. So, thank you for joining us. We're just going to talk about this off season and preparing for the year. We'll start off with you, Terry. How has the off season been for the team, and you getting acclimated to the program?
That's been great. From the moment I got here, they've really bought in, and we're just looking for a new direction to go and get a fresh start here and get this program, on a winning streak here. So that's our goal for this fall. So even just from the first time we got in the gym with Kelsey and William, the other assistant coaches, everybody's been working hard and really just wanting to learn, our system and get out there and get after it and put some W's up on board.
What attracted you to the program? You had a very good run at Townsend and have made the change. What appealed to you to come to Georgia State?
Well, obviously, it's an opportunity to be a head coach first and foremost, but I was in the Sun Belt a few years before, had been here. I like the resources the school has. They're really improving. Every year they're adding something new. With the new convocation center for the basketball, and I know they're talking about a baseball field here soon, and they just resurfaced our floor here as a volleyball court only, which is pretty great. But most importantly, it was these people right here, these players. When I came for my interview, I just really felt a good connection with them and want to come down here and help get this program in the right direction.
Yeah, and how useful is that experience at Georgia Southern, where you were also an assistant, and acclimating yourself with the state of Georgia, with the volleyball scene, and just knowing about Georgia State? I'm sure previously with your time at Georgia Southern.
Yeah, I was able to. There's a really large club here in Atlanta, one of the top clubs in the country called A5. So I was actually able to make some really good connections with them during that time at the other school down the street. We won't mention their name. Um, so it allowed me to have some good connections already in the Atlanta area before I got here. So that was really beneficial. And getting to know the Sun Belt, some of the coaches, and knowing which teams are usually pretty good and how they run their systems, that kind of thing. So it has been beneficial.
Yeah, let's go into the positions and players, Ryan and Coco, if you want to jump in with your specific positions. We'll start with the outside. We'll start with the hitters and the middles. Just Terry, what about that group and what you have coming back, and maybe some newcomers that are going to be big contributors for you?
Sure, yeah. Well, one of them's right here, Miss Coco. She's one of our opposites, and along with another senior Jules Truscott. We're looking for a lot of production out of these two. In the middle, we have Laura and Clara. They're back again, and we have a really nice two other new additions came in. Amanda and Kayla. They're working hard. And then outside, Erin is returning player that had got a lot of playing time last year, so we're expecting a lot of production out of her. And then Ebony and Crystal are going to be battling out there to get some playing time too. Crystal's a freshman that came in and was an All-American at AAU Nationals, which is pretty exciting. So, yeah, so we're pretty stacked offensively here with some good arms, good weapons.
Yeah, and Coco, what about the hitters? Just how about your group and you individually, and just the off season? How was it for you?
I think the off season was very eye-opening for me. It was just like a good 2 weeks for me to be productive and improve my skills on some things that I'm not quite used to, like passing. But as a group, I think we have a really good group, like not even just opposites, but the outsides as well. Like I think we all come together and support each other, and like we want each other to be better, and we help each other like succeed.
Yeah, and Coco, and then you can jump in as well. Ryan, both of you are veterans. What's it like having Terry into the program as a new coaching staff and all the changes that he mentioned with the program? How's the team adjusted to that?
I think that when they got here, it was a lot of change all at once, but they were very helpful in like breaking everything down and starting basically from scratch on like how they wanted us to do everything. And they had like a lot of patience with us and like our learning process, and it just helped us all get on the same page in the off season. I think was such a good time for them to be here because it gave us a lot of time to just like learn the new system, and they really helped us out a lot. And I think like Coco said, it was really eye-opening for all of us, especially the returners, like having to change like a lot of the fundamentals we've been doing for like some of us 3 years now. But the coaches made it a lot easier because they broke it down in a really good way.
Yeah, and then sticking with you, Ryan, what about you as a libero? And Terry, you can jump in as well about the back line. How's that been just working with I'm sure some new systems and some new players. How has that adjustment been for you, Ryan, as a libero and as a senior as well?
It's been a good change. I think we have a better idea of like us working together as a system as the back row. Like we're all working together just to like create a solid line of defense. And our assistant coach Kelsey is really good at like keeping us like engaged in all of our defensive drills and stuff like that. And she's very good at like describing like how the system's gonna work and staying on us, and she's very helpful.
Yeah, Terry, elaborate on that. I'm sure defense is a big priority for any coach in any sport, but how do you implement that into your system of defense coming into this year?
Yeah, it's more so just making sure they understand what's out there. We want to make sure they're fully informed. They can make decisions on the court. So we can put them in a position. Hey, here's where we think it's going to go. But at the end of the day, they have to be able to read and react. And so we want to make sure they're knowledgeable of what's happening and not just programmed into do this, do that. They actually have some little interpretation range there, so they can go out there and use their experience, be athletic, and make plays for us. So our libero crew, we have 3 of them. It's been a tight race. They've really been pushing each other each day. One's pushing the other, overtaking the other. So we're really strong. We can put any 3 of them out there, and I have confidence we'll be just fine in that position. So it's really nice thing to walk into, because kind of didn't get to bring in a whole lot of other players. Well, we did bring in 7 new players, but we have 10 returners, and so coming in and having that core here already nice and solid and steadfast, it's really beneficial.
Yeah, speaking of new players, you go to the setters. You return Jenna Brown, but you brought 3 either freshmen, true freshmen, or transfers into your setter rotation. How's that been for you, having those players come in and Jenna as well?
Fortunately, without saying names, we do have 4 setters because 2 of them were out for a period of time with various things. So it's nice to have the extra help there to get through preseason. But no, they've been working hard. William, our other assistant coach, is our setting coach, and he spends a lot of time with them individually at practice, working on just mechanics and squaring up to the net and just decision making, that kind of thing. So we still have some work to do there, but we've upgraded, I believe, from what we had before. No disrespect to the past players, but they've done a great job so far this preseason, and it's going to be interesting to see who rises to the top here.
Yeah, and Coco, what's that like working with those setters and having to get adjusted to them? Is that a lot of off seasons, that film work where you want the ball to be placement wise? How do you get acclimated to your setters?
I think a lot of it is just connecting. So whether that's being on the court and just hitting balls off of their sets, or outside of practice, hanging out with each other and like having real conversation and connecting as people, that transfers onto the court.
Yeah. And then lastly, you open the season with 3 matches in 2 days against past NCAA tournament teams at the Panther Invitational with Marist, Auburn, and Belmont. Coach, what do you expect to get out? Obviously, you want to win all the matches, but what do you want to see? What do you want to see this weekend? Or will we possibly see all the players that are healthy and able to make it to the court, see time?
Yeah, you very well could. It's one of those things we want to put the best players out on the court. The thing I'm most looking for is control what we can control the controllables. Can we take care of the ball on our side of the net? And if anybody does get lucky enough to beat us, it's not because we beat ourselves. It's because they were just did something better that day. So that's the main thing we're looking for this weekend is, can we execute the way we have practiced and played and minimize our errors on our side of the net? I think if we do that, we're gonna have a great weekend.
Yeah, and Ryan and Coco, just thoughts on opening the season. I know it's been a hard, long off season. What's the anticipation level for you to be back on the court?
I think we're all just really excited to play together against like someone other than ourselves. Because you play against your own teammates like all spring, all preseason, and it's just exciting to get out there and like face some new competition. But I think most of us, like especially the returners and like the transfers in, we're just really excited to show people like this new system that we have and like the new Georgia State with our new coaches and everything, and just really excited to show people like what we can do.
Same question, Coco. Thoughts on finally starting the regular season?
Well, I think Ryan kind of covered everything. I think everybody's really looking forward to playing with each other in a real match and seeing how our system works against another team's offense.
All right. Well, appreciate the time. Thank you. We'll be in touch throughout the year, but good luck this weekend coming up.
Thank you, Marcel. I really appreciate the time.
All right.